Looking for a credit card that offers decent rewards in both practical and fun categories? Well, in this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Capital One SavorOne and what it has to offer. Hey everyone, this is Kyle from Money at 30, and on this channel we look at personal finance from a millennial perspective, including credit card review videos like this one. In my past videos, including one just last month, I've mentioned the Capital One SavorOne, yet I've never given the card its own review video. That's ironic since it's one of the rewards cards I mention most when friends ask me about credit card options. So let's go ahead and fix that by taking a look at the Capital One SavorOne, its benefits, and my overall thoughts. The first thing to know about the SavorOne card is that it carries no annual fee. While there are some credit cards that justify their annual fees thanks to rewards, credits, or benefits they offer, it's always nice when there's no such fee to worry about. On that note, the Capital One SavorOne carries no annual fee. Additionally, the card doesn't charge any foreign transaction fees, which can be great for travelers, especially since MasterCard is widely accepted. Although these might not be the biggest factors when determining if the SavorOne is right for you, they certainly don't hurt either. Next, with the SavorOne, cardholders can earn 3% back in some key categories. One of the things I like about the SavorOne, as I noted in my intro, is that its top categories include both practical and fun spending types. With the card, consumers can earn 3% back on dining, 3% back on entertainment, 3% back on select streaming services, and 3% back at grocery stores, excluding superstores like Target and Walmart. Per usual, all other purchases earn 1% back. I should also note that the card earns 5% back on Capital One travel bookings and 8% back on Capital One entertainment purchases, but I haven't personally tried either. Although there are plenty of cards that earn 3% or more on dining, the fairly widely defined entertainment category stands out to me as a theme park fan, as it's allowed me to earn rewards on a number of different purchases. Meanwhile, the grocery store category is a great inclusion for many families. By the way, Capital One actually improved the card to its current version in 2021, as before this, the card only offered 2% back on groceries and didn't have a streaming services category. So kudos to the bank for giving customers a little extra, even if they didn't need to. As you earn those rewards, you'll have a few options for redeeming your cash back. With the SavorOne falling under the category of cashback cards, it should come as no surprise that turning your earned rewards into cash is a fairly simple process. First, you can choose to apply any amount of your points toward a general statement credit, or you can use the aptly named Cover Purchases option to select specific transactions you want to apply your cash back to. Alternatively, you can have Capital One mail you a check for your selected cashback amount. Oddly, there doesn't seem to be an option to simply make a deposit to an external account, so that's one minor knock against this card. But on the bright side, you can also opt into auto redemptions so that you cash in your points for a statement credit once you reach a certain rewards threshold that you set, or can clear out your supply on a yearly basis. Meanwhile, other options for your cash back include using Capital One Travel, linking to PayPal or Amazon and using it to pay for purchases on those sites, redeeming for various special experiences, buying gift cards from the Capital One Marketplace, or moving rewards to a different Capital One account. Between these options, you should be able to find an easy enough way to use the cash back you earn from the SavorOne card as you see fit. In terms of a welcome bonus, the SavorOne standard offer is pretty good in my opinion. With an intro bonus amounting to $200, the SavorOne definitely isn't the most lucrative offer you'll find. However, considering that you only need to spend $500 on the card within your first 3 months in order to score that bonus, I think it's a strong deal. So if you're intimidated by the high spending requirements that come with many other cards, then perhaps this ratio is more up your alley. Finally, as you may know, the SavorOne has a big sibling in the Savor card, although that one has an annual fee. If you look on the Capital One site, you may find a comparison between the SavorOne and some similar cards, including the more simply named Savor card. This version of the card ups the rewards to 4% back on dining, entertainment, and select streaming services, while keeping the same 3% back on groceries category. However, the full-fledged Savor card does carry a $95 annual fee. What's more, in my opinion, the Savor's $300 cash back once you spend $3,000 in your first 3 months welcome bonus is far less attractive than the SavorOne's aforementioned bonus. Therefore, while this option may make sense for those who spend heavily on those 4% categories, it's not the version I prefer. Overall, I think there's a lot to like about the Capital One SavorOne card, which is why I regularly recommend it to friends and family. With a solid mix of 3% back categories, an easily attainable intro bonus, cashback redemptions, and no annual fee, I think that the Capital One SavorOne is a well-rounded pick for those new to the credit card game. In fact, the bank now offers multiple versions of the card, including ones intended for those with good but not excellent credit, as well as students, although these versions may have different or no intro bonuses. As for those of us with several credit cards, they'll likely have many of the perks of the SavorOne covered, but I still think that the entertainment category might make it worth adding. All in all, even though Capital One might not be everyone's favorite issuer, I personally think that the SavorOne card is a winner. Hopefully this gives you a better idea about what the Capital One SavorOne is all about, but for more on the card, I'll have a link to my full written review in the description box down below. Also, if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment, and be sure to subscribe because we have new videos every week, and keep an eye out for some shorts as well. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time here on Money at 30.